And action. Okay, now maybe not like that, but welcome to another episode of Wait, Have You Seen This? I am your host. I didn't know what I was doing right there, but look at all these cacti or cactuses. I think it's cacti, whatever you want to call it. It's all different kinds. They're all different, but they're huge. Look at that one right there in the middle. That thing is massive, but it's all still cool. These are what you call desert plants. All these don't need a whole lot of water to grow. So a couple of years back, when we were in a drought, California asked everybody to start planting these types of plants. Not everybody did it, but they're still cool. Anyways, we're here at the San Bernardino County Museum. I'm gonna go in here and see what we can find. And yes, I do spend a lot of time out in San Bernardino County, but I like it here. So let's keep going. There's so much cool stuff to see out this way. And let's go. Starting in the Fisk Gallery, Black Renaissance. That was a bad transition. Let's check this out. Looks like it's all black art. All the way around. Look at this. This place is gorgeous. I love the way it's set up. It's pretty dope. I like this one. This one's pretty cool right here. Look at this. It's like some African-inspired tapestry. I don't know if you call it a rug or not, to be honest with you. But it's dope. Is that abstract art? And because it's just pieces of paper glued together. This is kind of stuff that kind of trips me out because, unfortunately, I believe that this is kind of art that anybody can do. But it's still pretty cool. Let's keep going. This one is pretty cool. It kind of looked like the painting from Good Times. Well, that's actually pretty cool. I mean, of course, it's not that, but it's just saying it kind of looks like it a little bit. But it's pretty dope. Anyway, oh, look at there's Malcolm over there. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Yeah, that was from the movie. I don't know if he actually said that. Oh, look at this. I don't know if that's the artist or the name of the sculpture or whatever. I'm the sculpture, the fabric art. I don't know what you call that. But look at that one. That was pretty cool too. I'm assuming that Shaquille Williams is the name of the subject of that, because this one is Malcolm X, and we can clearly see that that's Malcolm X, and there's the name above there. So I'm assuming that's what the situation is. But look at this. Wow. You also got a bit of art in the reflection there. Goonies forever. Yes, I am a Goonies fan. But check this out. That's actually pretty dope. I like all of this. Wow. This one's actually pretty dope. I like that one. And who doesn't know who this guy is right here? We all know who that is. Even got his skin changing colors. Anyway, this place is cool. It's a small little gallery, but it's dope. All right, let's keep going. Look at this mammoth of a machine. Not a machine, but he's a mammoth. Oh, good Lord, I didn't see those. Those little footprints. Goodness gracious. That thing is massive. What did Justin Scar say? Oh, look at the size of that thing. I can't say it like he said, but this is an American mammoth. This is a sculpture of An adult mastodon. Oh, I said American mammoth. You know what? I need to read more. I tell you what it was. I was looking at that over there, and it said a mammoth here, so I just automatically said American mammoth, but it's an American mastodon is what it is. My goodness. And I don't know what this one is. A Gomforther? I don't know, but it's crazy looking. But this place is cool. But look how massive that thing is. Look at that's crazy. Look at him. He's kind of cute. It is hairy though. Wow. Anyway, let's keep going. Look at this thing. Look at the colors in this thing. Look at that. That is pretty awesome right there. Oh, look at that. You can see it through the camera, but looking at it here, you can barely see it. Look at that. That is too cool. That's what that is. It's a fossil. I think it's called an ammonoid. I think that's what you call it, an ammonoid. But it's awesome. Anyway, let's keep going. See some more stuff. This is called the Old Woman Meteor. That is crazy. Largest meteor ever found in California. Wow. Landed in 1975. Well, they found it in 1975. I'm sure this probably landed thousands of years ago. Wow. 6,000 pounds. That's crazy. Look at that thing. It's massive. Let's see what it feels like. It's fake. It's fake. Oh my gosh. Why they got this fake hollowed out thing? That's not 6,000 pounds. That's more like 72 pounds. 6,000 pounds. Liars. Oh my God, they're liars. They lied to me. I figured it was fake though. Anyway, let's keep going. So these are all fossils in here. And this is how they collect them throughout the country. They put the plaster around them and, you know, protect them so they can move them. And this is how they do it. Isn't that awesome? All of these things up here are fossils. That is crazy. Cool though. It's called a fossil lab. Alright, let's keep going. They're not doing any work over there.
Small rodents.
Clean.
In the area around Barstow, 14 million.
They're cleaning everything.
We have
Getting the fossils all ready to go.
one I like to point out is there's a tree school there. If you've ever been,
This is like a replica of a dig where they're looking for the artifacts and the fossils and all the stuff, you know, because sometimes they find more than just bones. Sometimes they find, you know, insects and, you know, fossilized insect and maybe even some arrowheads and things like that, you know, because this is like settlement for like thousands of years, you know. Check this out. It's all pretty awesome. Gotta really love it. Love it. So this is the outside area of the museum. It's actually really cool. It's a cool museum. There's a train over there too. We're gonna go check that one out when we get out of here. But also we have done a video right there at that house, and it's a really cool video. I'll try to put that in the description below. But check it out. You can barely see it from here, but we've done a full video on that house. And now we're in the museum. In the museum. Looking for artifacts. Maybe we'll meet the Dr. Jones. Maybe we'll meet him. Probably not, but, you know, we'll try. All right, let's keep going. Can you imagine seeing a sloth of this size slothing around? And I wonder, did these move slow like the ones we have now? Did they move as slow? That's what it looked like right there. It's a regular old sloth. That's cool. Look at this. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Let's go off in there. In a world full of colors, you have the wall of colors. Look at all these. These are pretty cool. You know what amazes me the most about all this is how all this stuff is formed. It's all formed differently. You can't tell me God ain't cool. Like God don't know what he doing. Look at this. Look at green over there. And it's a nice green color. Follow the yellow brick road. Sorry, I know it's not yellow, but they were going to the Emerald City. No, this is so cool. Man. And I'm over here talking, didn't realize that each one of these rocks are different rocks, but they're color coded. And that's crazy cool. That's dope. That's really dope. Then we got this in here. Look at this. I don't know if it's gonna. I'm thinking it's supposed to at least light up, but it doesn't work. I may not light up. They probably glow in black light or something like that. That is so dope. Anyway, let's keep going. Check this out. Stop saying check this out, Kobe. But look at that. That's a gray wolf. They just had a gray wolf sighting here in California about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And they hadn't seen one here in California in over 100 years. And they just had one just the other day. So the gray wolf is coming back. Look at this grizzly. He over here grizzling things. Look at his mouth. Give me a picnic basket. Grizzled. But look at these nests. These things are absolutely amazing. It's amazing how ducks, not ducks too, but birds can just pull together and make things like this. I think it's really amazing. It's like, who says animals are not smart? Look at this. Look at that one. Camouflaged. Now these are all real. They're all real. Look at that one. That one looks like it's made out of metal. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a wired nest. Oh, that one's a sculpture, it looks like. Maybe all of these are sculptures. I don't think so. I think just the one in the middle is a sculpture. But it's still cool. They're all dope. Look at this place. It's crazy good. Look at all these. There's an American eagle right there. Bald eagle. Anybody that knows me knows that I do not like birds. I think birds are only good for one thing. Flying and being in some grease. Look at that hawk. Holy crud. My goodness. But the taxidermy on these things are crazy good. Crazy good. Alright, that's enough of these birds. Let's keep going. Check this out. Kobe, stop saying, check this out. Oh, that's an erector skit. What do you call it? Erector set. That's what it was. We used to play with those. But they were kind of out of style by the time we were old enough to play with them. But check this out too. I remember playing with these. That I do remember playing with when I was in elementary. Oh my goodness. Look at the cellular devices. As my grandmother used to call them cellophones. Ooh, how many of you had one of those? I had that exact same one. Look at that. I had a flip phone, but mine didn't work. I just walked around with it. I charged it up and just hit buttons to make it seem like I was talking to somebody. And that's how it was, just charge it. But I had one just like that too. No service whatsoever. Just be hitting, and then I went from something like that to something like that. Even with the pager, I used to put on the alarm so it'd go off. And like people were paging me, and I was, oh man, let me come back real. I'll be right back in a second, and wasn't talking to nobody. Back then, you had to fake it till you make it. I mean, you still got to do that, but hey, it is what it is. Don't judge me. I know plenty of y'all did that. Check this out. Oh, some weird looking cell phones, telephones. But this is what we grew up with. You 40 plus. You definitely grew up with those. But anyway, let's keep going. What's funny is that now that these phones, I'm not going to pick it up. There's been way too many people picking that phone up. I am not putting that phone up against my face. But it's funny how this now is a museum piece. When we were kids, that's what we used. You feeling kind of old now? These exact same ones were in the houses. I remember growing up with these. Dog. And I'm not that old, but I feel it now. Look at this right here. If you're an 80s kid, you definitely remember all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. And now it's all museum pieces. Yeah, it is what it is. We was gonna get that old school phone, but they're having a good conversation there. I don't want to get in the way. But this is cool. Look at the cantina. That's kind of came out of nowhere. Doesn't kind of go with the flow of everything. Well, that's dope. Yeah, let's keep going. I gotta tell you guys, this museum is way better than I initially thought it was gonna be. They even have an automotive museum over here. This is crazy. Look at this. Holy crud. That is nice. Look at this one over here. And yes, I'm not taking the time to actually read these things. I'm just enjoying it and looking at it. I stayed here at this place before. That's the Wigwam Motel. That's out here in San Bernardino, of course. I stayed there and looked and hope to stay there at least once this year for the anniversary of Route 66, because that place is on Route 66. Look at this. Look at that. Also, that's the house that's outside, the one that we filmed before. But look at this. This is not quite the history of cars, but you can kind of tell that they're kind of going in a history type of. That looks like a hearse. Wow, but that's more like a Penske truck moving things back in the day. Look at that. This is a first responder. This is a fire truck. Fire department. Look at the covered wagon over there. This place is awesome. This is too cool. That's an old school hearse with sleds. Oh my goodness. Let's keep going. I think it's bad. Let's go. This is a replica of the Santa Ana River powerhouse. This is how they generated power back in the day. And they still kind of do the same thing now with the Hoover Dam and all of that. Look at this. Wow. Oh, this is an old school phone booth. What it was like. Push the button to hear what it was like. I don't know what that was. I'm guessing that's what that sounded like, but it's still dope. Anyway, let's go. Now, as we come outside, look at this. Come outside of the museum. I keep pausing because I get distracted so quick looking around. I just love this stuff. But look at the Southern Pacific Railway. It is old. And of course, they're not going to let us get on it, but it is old. I don't know what that was. Was it an outhouse or what? Well, look at this thing. It's massive. It is huge. It's a steam train, too. Just imagine that thing going down the tracks. Just steam burling out of the top of it. It's just, crazy cool. Look at this. Anyway, let's keep going. We got more to see. Outside, and we're gonna finish the video here because it's beautiful outside. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you for joining me on another episode of Wait, Have You Seen This? I have been your host, Jacoby. I'll check this out. Got a shirt today. Got on The Goonies, my absolute favorite movie in the world. I can watch that movie over and over again. I will be watching that movie tonight when I get home. But anyways, again, thank you for joining me on another episode of Wait, Have You Seen This? I am your host, Jacoby. Guys, thank you so much for indulging me in this labor of love, I guess. You don't have to, but you do, and I say thank you so much for it. I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Also, while you're at it, like and subscribe. Send this to your friends. Talk to your buddies. Do whatever you got to do. Let's make this channel grow a little bigger so I can start doing more elaborate trips for you guys. Like I have a trip planned for Route 66 this year. I have a up north trip plan going up the PCH. I got that planned. All these things are not going to happen soon, but it'll happen soon enough because again, I still work. I have a full-time job, so I have to do this stuff on the weekends. But I have a lot planned that I want to do this year, and I need you guys to help me to do these things. Not necessarily monetary. Just start watching the channel. Get it out there. Let your friends know about the channel so we can grow the channel, and we can do bigger things and have more fun for you guys. All right. Again, I love you guys. There's absolutely nothing you can do about it. I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.